speaker number something.
All of my life, I've been told I could do or be anyone I wanted. I had this unrealistic dream that I could just wish to be something, and it would happen. Freshman year, I figured out life isn't really like that. I had everything that I wanted to achieve my dreams, but one key point: the right attitude. Attitude is defined as a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in the person's behavior. But I think that there's more to attitude than that. Attitude, when I think of it, is made up of three main points, or the lack thereof. Drive, positivity, and confidence. If you have a good attitude, these three traits come really easily, and they make your life a lot easier. But if you don't have a good attitude, these traits are a lot harder to find. And I want to show you today just how much a good or bad attitude has affected my life. Your attitude dictates your success. And I think that when we think about this, we can think about it in three main instances: academics, sports, and relationships. In academics, if you tell yourself that you don't understand a concept, you won't understand it. You won't feel the drive or the need to push for it because you tell yourself that you don't need to know it or you'll never understand it, so why even try? In sports, I'm a swimmer, so I will be behind the block and I'll be giving myself a pep talk, or the opposite. I'll be like, Maggie, it's just one race. Or I'll be like, Maggie, you can't do this. Maggie, your goggles are going to fall off and you're going to drown, even though you've been doing it since you were 5. And I kind of panic. And when I panic, I tell myself that I can't. And when I tell myself that I can't do something, then I won't do it. You can talk yourself into winning just as much as you can talk yourself into losing. And I think that that's really important. Also in relationships, I think sometimes we set up barriers. We tell ourselves that a certain person, we'll never get to know them because we're too different. But if you have the right attitude and you go into the relationship positively, then I think that you can have a successful relationship. Likewise, I think that your attitude dictates the success of the people around you. People don't want to be filled with negativity. When you're around somebody that's positive, they lift you up. But the success of the people around you is completely dependent upon the things that you say, just as much as it's dependent upon the things that they say. So if you're saying, oh no, this is going to be so hard, we're all going to fail, then they're going to think that you're going to fail just as much as you think that you're going to fail. And when I think about this point, I like to think of a strand of Christmas lights. One time somebody told me that if one light in a strand of Christmas lights doesn't work, then neither do the rest of them. And I think that we can think about the light in our lives just like that. If we're negative and we tell ourselves that we can't, then the darkness will spread to everyone else. And like I said, that your attitude affects other people. It affects the impression that you give other people. If you project yourself as a very negative person, then people aren't going to want to be around you. I asked a friend for a quote because I know that it's really important when building relationships that the people around you are always positive. And she said, I will always try to surround myself with positive people. And I try to be positive myself because being around someone who's constantly bringing themselves down is also bringing their peers down, and it becomes draining. And that's right, it is draining. If you're around people that are constantly tearing themselves down, then you're going to have a lot of less confidence in yourself. So you have to build yourself up and be around people that are going to build you up. So I think that a poor attitude equals a harder life. Harder for healthy relationships, harder to get a good job, harder to graduate. You're more likely to settle if you have a poor attitude. You're going to think, oh no, I don't deserve that. But you do deserve that, and you have to know that you deserve it. Otherwise, you're going to have less success. So you have to work to have the best attitude possible. Like I said, don't settle. Never settle. You have to relax. Spend time with people that will build you up and build healthy relationships. Finally, I'm not saying that you can't achieve your dreams, because you definitely can. The sky is still the limit if you have the right attitude.